It's good to be back. Had good time off over Christmas. Guys were able to take a few days off, get with family, get refreshed, and back ready to play some basketball again. So excited to start conference play. You know, obviously not starting with an easy one. Tennessee's the highest rated team in the SEC according to a lot of the analytics and polls and whatnot. So we've got our work cut out. They're number 2 ranked defensive team in the country according to Ken Pom. They're really good defensively. They play really hard. You know, they just played a great defensive game against Arizona, their last game out. So we've got a tough opener, and I think our guys are ready for it. We've had 3 really good practices. I think our guys' mindsets are where they need to be. I think, you know, we've got to be a lot better defensively than what we've been, and guys understand that. So we've got a good plan in place. Guys are ready to go. We're looking forward to playing a good game tomorrow.
All right, we'll start with Michael Casagrande.
Hey, after taking time to look at the film after the last few games, what have you identified as some of the things that, you know, some of the reasons for some of the downturn, and what's your confidence in being able to turn those things around?
Yeah, it's mainly the defensive end. We've scored enough. Our offensive efficiency has been good enough to win the games. It's just our defense isn't where it needs to be. I don't think there's been the attention to detail. You know, we're messing up stuff we've gone over in practice and the scout. Guys just aren't focused in, locked in to what they need to do. The effort's not there all the time. You know, Davidson wasn't a great offensive rebounding team. You know, they choose to do things, you know, where Houston was an unbelievable offensive rebounding team and Memphis was all over the old boards too. We come in, you know, Davidson's more execution, back cut, but, you know, they got some old boards that hurt us. You know, we got to do a better job on the defensive glass. We got a better job pressuring the ball. We aren't turning anybody over. I think that's due to just the lack of effort and playing hard at times on the defensive end. So, we you know, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed that we can control. We can control our effort. We can control our preparation going into the game so we are locked in better. We can control our attitude about defense. You know, there's things we can control that we can fix fairly quickly. I don't think it's a personnel issue. You know, some teams just aren't good defensively because they have slower, unathletic, you know, skilled players, but they just aren't very good on defenders. No, we've got guys that can guard when their minds are in the right place, and I think we need to see that, and I think we will see it coming out here.
All right, Joe Gaither.
Coach, Merry Christmas. I hope you and your family had a great holiday season. You just alluded to it in your last answer, and you've spoken over it over the last couple of weeks about getting beat off blow-bys and getting beat off the dribble. How do you feel like the team has really received that message? And do you feel like the buy-in is how do you feel like the buy-in is going about on-ball defending going into the SEC?
You know what? We've given up a lot of blow-bys in some of these games. You know, the last game, Davidson, they ran offense a little differently than maybe some other teams. It was more a great passing, shooting, cutting, screening team where there's less off the dribble. So we didn't have as many blow-bys, you know, just because they were different. Tennessee's got some really good guards. Kennedy Chandler, really talented. You know, Vescovi we played against is really talented. They've got some athletes on the wings that are very talented. Ziegler comes off the bench. He's quick and athletic, can get in the paint. So we've got to get back to where our guards are sitting down in a stance, moving their feet, you know, taking pride in their individual defense, trying to dominate their matchup, and giving up way fewer blow-bys. Because part of our rebounding issue on defense is the amount of blow-bys we're giving up. You give up a blow-by, you know, our biggest, Charles steps up, Noah steps up, whoever the biggest steps up. You know, and then all of a sudden we've got a guard trying to smash down on their center, trying to box them out. That's an issue. So the fewer blow-bys we give up, the less we're in rotation, the more we can stay on our own matchups and box out our own matchups, the better off our rebounding numbers will be. So we're at a point where we've got a lot of stuff to fix on defense, but that's a major one, is the blow-bys, and we've been focusing on it.
All right, Michael Bronner.
Hey, Coach, it seems like the common theme here has been rebounding. I mean, I think you'd probably agree. You guys have had a pretty good start to the season in non-conference play here, but the rebounding kind of getting out physical by a lot of these teams. Are you concerned with where your team's at, kind of from a physicality standpoint, heading into a really difficult SEC schedule here?
Yeah, you'd have to be a little bit, just with how everybody's, not just our bigs, but our bigs have been pushed around a little bit, beat up a little bit, giving up a bunch of offensive rebounds. Our guards have, at times as well. So, yeah, we've got to play tougher, play stronger, be more aggressive and some of that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's a concern. We're going to have to do a better job with it. We're going to have to figure out ways to help out, and some of our bigs aren't, the big, strong 250-pound, 240-pound, could play tackle, on a football tag. We don't have those type of bigs. So they're going to have to use what they have. They've got length, athleticism, quickness. Our guards are going to have to help rebound down. Our guard, nobody crashes five guys. So if your man's not crashing and he's getting back on defense, you need to help rebound down, help box out with the bigs. This is going to be a team effort to fix the rebounding issues we've got. We've been on it. I also think, like I said before, it's not all just getting pushed around on the glass. It's guarding correctly so we're not in rotations, so we're not having guys come into the offensive boards unchecked because we've been flying around in rotations because we screwed up an assignment early in the possession. Like, we've got to be better at that stuff, and that'll help us rebound the ball better too.
All right, Tony Stugalis.
Hey, Nate, I know you said he probably wasn't going to be ready by the opener, but do you have an update at all on James? How is he progressing from his injury?
Yeah, we need him back as soon as we can get him because he's obviously one guy that's not soft. He'll take the fight to the opponent. I think he would help shore up a lot of rebounding issues because he's not going to get pushed around. We all know how Rojas plays. He's one of the tougher, grittier, hard-nosed, blue-collar type of guys in the league. So we could use him. He's still not practicing in any live kind of action. So, we had an aggressive timeline to start with him because he responded so well the first time and he's responded well now. But, there's been a couple setbacks just with, he's gotten sick and hasn't been able to do some of the rehab at times. But he's getting close. I think he was supposed to have a checkup with the surgeon sometime this week, maybe today or tomorrow, and then we'd know a lot better. But yeah, I'd love to get him back as soon as we can because I think he would help shore up some of these issues we're having.
All right, Tony, if you want to go again.
Yeah, and speaking of like that position, a similar player, Noah Gurley, he's a guy that we've seen, in the past that from, Furman and stuff, he's produced a lot more than what he has here. Do you think, it's beginning to click for him, or what do you think needs to happen for him to kind of reach that level for you guys?
Yeah, I think Noah's had some really good practices after break. And I've made the point to our team. He shot the ball really well in practice today. It was one of his best rebounding days in practice. And he's been one of our guys that has spent a ton of time in the gym over the last month. Like, all his work is not going to go unrewarded. Like, you keep spending time in the gym, the shots are going to drop. He rebounded the ball well today. You lose yourself in the game, and then your offense, as long as you put the work in, will take care of itself most of the time. So I see him making a breakthrough here in conference play. He's experienced. He's a great kid. He wants to play well for us. He wants to contribute to winning. He's playing hard on defense. We got to get him to rebound a little bit better, and then obviously it'll help if he made shots. But he's also driving the ball a little bit more now, mixing in more drives, more post-ups, where even he backs down a guy off the dribble, and he's a little more comfortable doing that. So we need a little bit more out of him. It's not for a lack of effort with him. He just has to get his confidence back up. I think that confidence is coming. I think he's had 3 great practices, and I look forward to him having a really good game against Tennessee.
Talking a little trash on the field? Yeah, we get it. Trashing the state with litter? That's terrible. Keep it clean. Keep Alabama beautiful.